Today is still November 30th, 2023. I got to thinking about some things, and it don't make sense. And when things don't make sense, it's a scam or it's a lie. Okay? Alright. Or you don't have all the information. It's one of the two. Or three. May not have all the information to connect all the dots. One of the things my son Danny, when I told you a week ago, Tuesday, November, what was it, 22nd? Actually, it would have been the 21st. Take that back, it would have been the 21st. November 21st. Okay? He calls me. I'm at work. It's a Tuesday. He's like, hey, Mom, I said, hey, I'm at work. And I said, what do you need? He said, I got a quick question. He said, Dad's dropping the dogs off the pound. Do you want them? And it's like, I'm at work till 11. And I said I didn't take him because I didn't have money to eat when I moved out. He's like, blah, 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 blah. He's like, well, they're there if you want. Okay. Well, he tried to text me last night, and I didn't notice it, and I was so tired, I couldn't wait to get home. I work like 70 hours a week. I'm exhausted. Um, I seen it this morning, try to get a hold of him, then I finally got a hold of him. He said, I don't even know how to put it to you like this. He said, Dad's took off out of the country. I started laughing. He's like, he took off with that girl and they left the country. That's where he was dropping off the dogs. They were leaving. He's left his truck. I said, well, and they're alone on it? He's like, no, it's paid off. Okay. He's like, and he left all the furniture here and everything. He said he was leaving the country and he's not coming back. Now, he's either on the run from the law, or he's in a lot of trouble. Because they use amnesia drugs or sleepwalking and you say and do what you're told. They've done it to me, and I didn't know what was happening to me. I just wake up sick and bruised. And they're supposed to have me saying all kinds of crazy crap. Which, then she's taking Dave somewhere. And with them supposed to be disappearing out of country. He could be dead somewhere. See, they said that a long time ago. They figured Dave was one of the targets. The real targets. And they said he keeps telling everybody how much he's worth dead. My sons warned him. He'd walk up to complete strangers. I'm worth 500 grand dead. They're like, Dad, stop saying that in front of people. Why? They don't get it. So it don't matter who I tell. Because he thought it made him look big. You know why you don't tell people that? Because if you just happen to have a bad day or you want a divorce and it's been boiling inside you and you're not man enough to say it to your wife, and you're living a double lifestyle, those kind of people will come up and offer to help get rid of her so that they can get to you, so they can marry one of the girls to you and then kill you off for that 500 grand. You're a big payoff. That's why you don't tell people what you're worth dead. See, I'm like, why didn't he just sell the truck? He said, Mom, he left everything. He told me, go up there and get what, he said, you still got your notary, right? And I said, well, yeah. I said, but there's a couple things wrong with this. He's not in the States, and you have to have two people sitting in front of you with ID. And another thing is, it's a conflict of interest for me to touch it. He's my ex-husband. I can't do anything. I can't touch anything. You can't touch anything with a conflict of interest. I said, I'll throw it out. I said, I can't touch anything. I told him, I said, there is something called online notary. You can see if they could work out something from the other country he's at. I said, but I can't notarize it. I said I could go to jail if I did. And I'm not touching it. I said, there's no way. And I said, you can't touch anything with a conflict of interest. Friends and family. And so I told him, I sent him some information like online notary. He left a paid off truck. He left a paid off truck. He could have just sold for money. He left his guns. Now he's either running because he thinks the law is going to arrest him, or they've talked him up and told him to say that. And then they're going to do him in for the life insurance, and nobody will be looking for him. See, these people are evil. People were talking in Walmart today. The people working the case, she even told them what gang Pete's were in. He's in that Mexican drug cartel. I told you all the Latinos kept saying they worked for retired Judge Pete. The police even taped him saying that they worked for retired Judge Pete. Well, the one guy, him and that girl with him were harassing me a couple times. They popped up on Google. A state patrol officer got him. And he is a hired to kill man. And he's in the Mexican drug cartel. The killers. Really bad one. Their motto is murder, rape, control. And they include teenagers and anybody else in their scams to take over. They're trying to take over Ohio. That they can break in people's homes, drug them up, Photoshop them, set off hate crimes, and society will help the drug cartels instead of the victims. They have ran, and that's where they recruit teenagers and other people to help out. And it's a drug cartel doing it. It's a Mexican drug cartel. The fentanyl king from Texas, the Iraqi, was in here doing it. They were all feeding off this case that was wide open. And it was a smorgasbord of bad guys, of human traffickers, drug traders, and they were breaking their crimes. I send out emails. I send out letters all the time. It's like, pull the case, pull the case. Oh, last month, they got another 160 human traffickers out of Ohio. Go, guys. I seen where the FBI got quite a few people back, where I call it a nationwide human trafficking scam. They called it a countrywide. Like, I paid dearly for this. It's supposed to be for Dave and the churches. And they got a fentanyl king. Thousands of bad guys. And fed me too. Will already announced on a recorded line that he talked to the Vegas, the church people, and made fun of me for some guy named Pete that I found out my ex-husband hired on his own. He had already been recorded talking to Dave and with Paymer and the church people. And these people have bragged that they paid that agent off and that he stole my money. And I'll tell you what, the police and the marshals have run crazy with this case. It's under police surveillance. One thing that agent did, he may have bullied the hell out of me, broke all kinds of federal laws, but then he opened a real case with statements. And under police surveillance, all these people were confessing to crimes. Right in front of the cops. It was like a smorgasbord. I had up over to 200 drug traders, human trafficking. I was left in the middle of them. For them to abuse, torture, bash my head, and I still have a dent. Rape, torture, human traffic, and protected custody. And they sold videos of it to children. Do we understand? It was supposed to be for Dave and the churches. And I got him stuff on the drug cartel. And every time I see one of their ugly faces, I report it. I'll put it on Facebook, YouTube. I will send it in to every law enforcement. So when people see them out, they know they're a child molester and a serial killer. Make society aware of the bad guys. Do you realize what Dave, if Dave just took off because he's afraid he's going to be arrested, he left Will, John, and Pete holding the bag. FBI agent John, they made a fool out of, June 7th, 23. Publicly mocked him in Walmart 62. Huh? And Will for being an embezzler, taking a payoff from the Mexican drug cartel. And Pete stalking people and them all planning this big fraud scheme to defraud the government. Because Dave's left them all holding the bag. He's no longer. Do you realize this don't make any sense? He's 64, almost 65. He's getting ready to retire. He won't have a retirement fund. He won't get Social Security. You do realize that. He's left the country. And like I said, the weird comment, he told my son to get everything he wanted out of that house. Okay, now, he's abandoning ship and running for freedom. Okay? Help, the cops are after me kind of thing. Why would he make the comment he was going to send people over there to clean? Why would he care about the house being cleaned? What happened in there? And it's the button cameras for the drug cartel in there. There's a court order. Some cop needs to go up there and look. And find out. Well, I know my son was getting some of this, he's told me just to take whatever you want. I'm not coming back for nothing. Now, they either drugged him up and told him to say that. They took him off and did him in so she gets a life insurance policy and nobody will go look for him. So I think he's out of the country. There's something in that house. He's going to pay to have it cleaned. But why would he leave everything then? You don't pay to have it cleaned. See what I mean? He didn't even stay around for the next day to sell his truck for thousands of dollars or sign it over to his son. He dropped the dogs off at the pound on his way to the airport, and they're running for it. Huh? See, he's either scared to death that he's going to go to jail, or they drugged him up and told him to do that crazy stuff. And that way nobody will go look for him. It's one of the two, because why would he care about the house being clean? If you're running from the law and you just leave everything behind, why would you send somebody up there to have it clean? You don't give a damn about nothing. Somebody needs. Now I know my son's getting he's told him to take whatever furniture you want, whatever this, whatever that. He didn't want anything. And he's just leaving country. He's either running because he thinks he's going to get arrested, or they drugged him up and told him to do that stuff, and then they probably already done him in. These people are serial killers. You do realize that. I hope he's just on the run, and I hope the CIA gets him and puts his dumb ass in jail. You know what I mean? But these people are that evil. I told you. And that agent taking a payoff from the Mexican drug cartel, he's part of it. His son Alex, the white-haired guy with his hair part inside, Dixie seen him, Darlene seen him, John seen him, stalking me. He's in one of the great trucks, the medium to light one, and the human traffickers from Florida. With like Henry Maffey, the Detroit boys. But then it's a really bad Mexican gang. The guy that they pulled over was a hired killer that had been stalking me. The cops got him. Like the lady said, thank God one of the officers watching realized who he was. They went in and got him. That was one of them. Makes you wonder how many other hired killers are around me. I like my money, FBI. Do you realize I'm the only grandparent left? Especially in Danny's family. Her mom and dad have died. They just took off out of the country. That are the cartels done them in. Huh? Josh, I'm the only parent, so for John. You want to go there? Dixie's parents are dead. You know, the person that laid their life down and let these people go after them, trying to keep their family out of it. And let them go after me. And I lived through hell. I'm the only one left. I like my money. I like to do good for my family. And I got somebody who actually, a family member, was murdered by these people, and I'd like to help her. See, I'm actually a really good person. And I earned that money, like from the prosecutor's office. They can't stop that money from coming in. False embezzling. Like they brag all the time, he's just stealing. Someone needs to make it right.